Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing another festive look, and this time I've chosen warm golden and peach tones and created this look which I would be showing you in this video. I hope you enjoy this video and let's get started. I'm going to start with corrector. I'm using this palette by MAC and I've chosen the orange corrector from this palette, and I'm applying this in the areas where I have pigmentation, which is my under eyes and a little bit around the mouth as well. This is just going to optically correct the dark areas, and once I apply concealer on top, my under eye would look perfectly concealed. Next, I'm going to use foundation, and I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. The shade I'm using is 230 Natural Buff. I'm using my YBP sponge to apply this onto the skin, just bouncing it gently all over the face, and that is just going to give me a nice flawless finish because all the extra product would be absorbed by the sponge. This Maybelline foundation is really good for people with normal to oily skin. It gives a soft satiny matte finish, gives about medium coverage, and I like that it also gives a softened look to the pores. Overall, it's a really good foundation. Next, I'm going to use the MAC Correct and Conceal palette, and this time I'm using the medium palette. From this, I've chosen the NC35 shade concealer, which I'm applying in my under eye area as well as the inner corner and the outer corner. This is just to cover up that orange corrector. Now I'm going to use the MAC paint pot in soft ochre, and this is going to act as a base for my eyeshadows. This is going to even out my uneven skin on the lids. It's also going to help the eyeshadows appear more vibrant, and it's going to make them last longer as well. Next, I'm taking this soft neutral brown color by Essence, and this I'm applying in my crease as well as the outer corner. This is actually a really nice nude eyeshadow. You can also use this all over the lid when you want to do a nude look. Next, I'm going to use two of the matte brown shades from the Makeup Revolution I Heart Chocolate palette. First, I'm going to use the lighter color and apply it in my crease, and then go in with a darker color for the outer corner. Now you can do just single brown eyeshadow in the crease, but when you layer the eyeshadows like that, starting with the lighter brown going to a darker brown, you get a smoother gradient and just a nicer finish. And that is why I like to layer colors like that, to give more depth to the crease and to get a nice smooth finish. Next, I want to use some gold, orange, coppery shades, shimmery shades on the lid, and for that I'm using these colors from the Sleek Sunset palette. First, I'm using a coppery color, and this is going in the inner 1/3 of my lid. Next, I'm taking a really shimmery champagne gold color, and this color I'm patting right on the center of my lid, and then I'm going in with a clean brush and just blending those two shades together just slightly. Then I'm using the shimmery orange color, and I'm applying this in the part between the matte brown in the outer corner and that champagne gold color. And in the blending process, if any of the colors lose their intensity, you can always just reapply. For my lower lash line, I'm using that same dark brown color that I have used in the outer 1/3 of my lid, and just applying it in the outer 1/3 of my lower lash line for definition. And then I'm going in with a clean blending brush just to make sure that everything in the crease looks well blended and smooth. To line my upper lash line, I'm using a liquid eyeliner. This one is by Sugar, and I love this because it's really dark and has a matte finish which gives it a really intense look. Also, the applicator tip is really fine, which makes doing a winged eyeliner really easy. For this look, I'm doing a dramatic wing because I think winged eye looks really nice for festive looks. I've done a tutorial separately only on winged eyeliner, showing a step-by-step process, so if you struggle with winged eyeliner, do check out my tutorial. I'm going to put the link in the description box below. Next, I'm going to take these two softer colors from the same Sleek Sunset palette, and I'm applying this in the inner corner and the tear duct area. I want to really intensify these colors because I want my eyes to look really fresh and bright, and a goldeny highlight in the inner corner and tear duct gives it that look. I'm also reapplying that champagne gold in the center just to make sure it looks really vibrant and metallic. I'm also adding a little more orange and a little more of that matte brown in the outer part of my lid just to intensify the colors and just give it a stronger gradient. And once you've already done the liner, the placement of these outer corner colors becomes a lot more easier and obvious because the shape of the eye is already blocked now. And to finish off, I'm just going to use a clean blending brush because I don't want any harsh lines. For my lower waterline, I'm using the Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeliner in the shade brown. You can use any brown kajal or brown liner. If you're more into black kajal or black liner, you can use that as well. But I like the look of brown as it gives a slightly softer look. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes and apply mascara. You can use any volumizing mascara that you like. I'm now going to work on my under eye area before applying mascara to my bottom lashes. So I'm going to take the same MAC palette that I had used earlier, but this time I'm using the shade NC30, and this shade is slightly light for me, so it's going to have a brightening effect. But because I've already used a corrector and a shade of concealer that matches before, the brightening concealer is not going to look ashy. If you directly apply a light concealer, the under eye area may look a bit ashy. Now to set the concealer, I'm using one of my favorite powders, which is the Clinique Blended Face Powder in the shade 03. And I'm also using the same powder in other parts of my face. Now coming back to the lower lash line, I'm just going to add a little more of that brown which I had used in the outer corner. This is just going to give a nice definition and smokiness, but I'm not taking it all the way in. For the inner half, I'm once again just reapplying those soft golden pink eyeshadows, and then to finish off the look, I'm applying mascara to the bottom lashes, which is really important. This step just opens up your eyes and gives them a wider look. And to finish off, I'm using these eyelashes which I bought from Amazon. They are quite dramatic. They are also super cheap, so I'm going to put the link in the description box below if you want to buy these online. And for my brows, I'm using my Shiseido brow kit. You can basically use whatever works for you. For me, any dark brown powder works because my brows are already quite thick. I don't need a lot, so I just apply a little bit of powder just to fill in the gaps and give them a clean, bold look. Now that the eyes are done, I'm going to come back to the face. I'm using these contour powders from the Makeup Revolution contour palette, and I'm not doing a very strongly contoured look. I just want to add a little bit of shadow and dimension. So I'm applying this under my cheekbones, along my jawline, and a little bit on my forehead. Then for blush, I'm going with this peach color from the Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice palette. This has a soft matte finish and the color is really pretty, shows up really well on my skin and just brightens up the complexion. To highlight, I'm using this powder highlighter from the brand Sivanna. This is a really affordable highlighter. It's got a very cool toned icy color and it definitely gives a nice glow to the skin. The formula, however, is not very smooth, and I'm using this with my fingers because with the brush this deposits just a lot of color, and with the fingers I can just blend it a little more and control the color better. Then to complete the look, I'm going to use a matte lip color. This one is by LA Girl and the shade is called Fleur. This is a peachy coral color. I think it ties in really nicely with the peach blush and the golden peachy toned eyeshadows. This lip color dries down to a completely matte finish. It doesn't look patchy like some of the darker colors from this range, but it is a little bit drying, although quite long lasting. And that is the finished look. I think this look will pair really nicely with any warm toned outfit. If you're wearing anything in shades of golden, yellow, orange, peach, coral, this look is something that you can try out. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and liked the look that I created. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye.